This little fable here encapsulates this book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. If you can understand this fable and know what it means, then you have already read the book, essentially. Now, I'm going to go through this and then give you some analysis of it afterwards. So here you go. An American businessman took a vacation to a small coastal Mexican village on doctor's orders. Unable to sleep after an urgent phone call from the office the first morning, he walked out to the pier to clear his head. A small boat with just one fisherman had docked, and inside the boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican on the quality of his fish. "How long did it take you to catch them?" the American asked. "Only a little while," the Mexican replied in surprisingly good English. "Why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" the American then asked. "I have enough to support my family and give a few to friends," the Mexican said as he unloaded them into a basket. "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The Mexican looked up and smiled. "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take a siesta with my wife Julia, and stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life, señor." The American laughed and stood tall. "I'm a Harvard MBA and can help you. You should spend more time fishing and with the proceeds buy a bigger boat. In no time, you could buy several boats with the increased haul. Eventually, you would have a fleet for fishing boats." He continued, "Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to the consumers, eventually opening your own cannery. You would control the product, processing, and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal fishing village, of course, and move to Mexico City, then to Los Angeles, and eventually to New York City, where you could run your expanding enterprise with proper management." The fisherman asked, "But señor, how long will all this take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years, 25 tops." "But what then, señor?" The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions, señor. Then what?" "Then you would retire and move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and stroll to the village in the evenings where you would sip wine and play guitar with your amigos." I asked Grok about this, and Grok said the section titled Fables and Fortune Hunters in Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Workweek primarily revolves around a narrative that serves as a metaphor for the book's central philosophy on work, life, and success. Here's what this section generally conveys. This section features a parable of an American businessman who encounters a Mexican fisherman in a small village. The businessman, assuming the fisherman could increase his catch to sell for profit, suggests that he work harder to scale up his fishing operation, eventually leading to wealth and the ability to retire and enjoy life. The fisherman, however, enjoys a life of contentment with his current routine, which includes sleeping late, fishing a little, playing with his children, taking siestas, and spending time with friends, essentially living what the businessman would consider retirement already. The story critiques the conventional idea of success and work-life balance. It questions the purpose of working long hours to achieve wealth, only to then live the life you could have enjoyed all along. Ferriss uses this fable to illustrate that the traditional path to success, working hard to accumulate wealth for a distant future, might be misaligned with actual happiness and fulfillment. Fortune hunters refers to those who seek wealth and success through conventional, often exhaustive means, without considering the quality of life along the way. Ferriss challenges this mindset by advocating for a lifestyle where one can enjoy life now, not just after achieving some deferred financial goal. The section pushes the concept of lifestyle design where the goal isn't just to work less, but to work smarter, allowing for more time for what truly matters in life. It's about redefining work and success to fit personal happiness and fulfillment rather than societal norms. The moral here is that one should not sacrifice life for work, but instead integrate work into life in a way that enhances living. It's a call to evaluate what you truly want from life and consider if the path you're on leads there or if it's merely a path to more work. And that is the book, Working Less and Achieving More.